Thought it was like a butterfly knife or something. No, it's a nail filer. What's going on, everybody? Ah, shit. Nick for your thoughts here, and welcome to my next top 10. As you can tell, with this whole shenanigans. Let's kill myself. On everybody, Nick for your thoughts here. Welcome to my next top 10, and it's going to be on, as you can tell before, action movies. Action movies have been in my life for a very long time, and I've absolutely loved them since I was around 4 years old when I first saw Enter the Dragon. And definitely should not watch it with their parents because I realized that there was nudity in the movie, and watching that with your parents is very awkward, especially if you're 4. I mean, I didn't know what was happening, but my parents did, so they were very confused. But now, after that moment, I've obviously been into action movies since that time, but never really got into them as much as I should have. And once I came into college, one of my friends actually got me into action movies heavily and told me about so many different actors that I never even heard of, and showed me and introduced me to a lot of different movies. So I want to bring in my top 10 so I can almost be that friend to introduce you to some crazy movies that you would never watch by yourself. Let's get to the shits. So my number 10 is going to be 36 Chambers of Shaolin. One of the most epic movies that I've seen, and super well done back in the 1970s, if I'm not mistaken. And it follows a man whose village unfortunately gets attacked by, not really warlords, but let's say tax collectors and shit like that. And what happens is that he unfortunately loses his father in this fight and escapes and travels to the monks of Shaolin and learns from their practices. And it's kind of his journey throughout the whole entire movie. Super fun, super interesting. And this is one of the biggest inspirations for like the 36 Chambers of Shaolin when it comes to like, or 36 Chambers by Wu-Tang. So after I heard their album, I really wanted to watch the movie that kind of originated their whole entire love for the martial arts movies. And this was definitely one of them. I mean, 36 Chambers of Shaolin. Same title, album, shit, whatnot. And yeah, let's go on to the next one. Dun, 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 dun. So obviously everyone knows that music. It is, oh, my feet were really high up. So that was Mission Impossible. And let's be honest, Tom Cruise is an action-packed beast. Does all of his stunts. Wild man. Wild child. And honestly, when it comes to these movies, with the amount of movies they have, I think they have like 7 movies out right now, 7 or 8. I'm probably wrong about that count, but it's still probably going up. Definitely watch the first one. It's almost like a whodunit on who was the person who... Okay, I'm not going to give up any spoilers. Let's just say this. Mission Impossible started off in the 90s, and it's still going on today, which means of how quality the movies are. And they're still killing in the blockbusters, and it's been putting out better and better quality almost each movie. There was only one lacking movie, and that was probably the second one, but after that, it just continually goes up and up and up and up and up. Yeah. I can't get enough of how good of an actor Tom Cruise... Well, he's not that great of an actor, but how dedicated he is as an actor as a whole, I'd say. So, yeah, that's my number 9. Mission Impossible. So you're probably going to hate me. It's okay. I don't know any of you, so it's fine. My next movie is going to be Edge of Tomorrow. And this is kind of out there. I feel like not many people watch this movie because it just look really weird. And it's a Tom Cruise movie, funny enough. So I'm sorry that I did Tom Cruise back-to-back. I usually don't like doing the same actors in a role, but this movie was such a well-done movie. This is a sci-fi action movie about a man who where basically every single time that he's killed, he's brought back to life. So he's kind of learning more and more about the aliens that he's fighting, and he's trying to figure out how to destroy them. It's a great premise, super fun, super action packed, and it's kind of like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, or sorry, Advanced Warfare, where you have those. So I need people here. I can't be by myself. But it's basically like Advanced War, where you have those mech machines where you get to like go around do fancy shit like fly or and whatnot. Yeah, that was my number 8. Yes, number 8. So my number 7, as established in the last video, I am ensuring that that's gonna be kept for the weird movie or the most different movie. That's gonna be Old Boy. Old Boy is basically about a man who unfortunately gets captured and released for no reason, but he's trying to piece together what his life is and what's happening in his life, and trying to get revenge for the people who actually placed him in that prison per se. This movie's fucking crazy. Oh my god. Just the this movie's something else. Let's just say that this movie, they made an American version. Don't watch it. It's absolute garbage. Even though I like Josh Brolin, I like him a lot, especially in Goonies and playing Thanos. He was great. But this movie, you need to watch the Asian version. I forget what country it's from, so I'm just gonna be very general with it. And I'm Asian too, so it's not racist. But yeah, Old Boy is my number 7. Of course, you can tell, but that's a stupid scenario I just put in slow motion. The 6th movie is The Matrix. I feel like everyone's seen The Matrix, but if you haven't, this movie revolutionized slow motion.
Have you ever
This movie was a revolution as a whole when it came out, because it came out in a time period where everyone was afraid of the internet and didn't realize what the potential could be. Freaking Neo, man. That's all I'm gonna say. This movie is basically about our world not being our world and how we are all being captured by aliens who feed off of us. This just sounds like a crazy concept, but overall, it's a movie that you guys need to watch and appreciate. I'm not sure that it ages that well. I saw it when I was around, I think, 13 years old or something, and I loved it at that point. And rewatching it, it's still fun to watch, but you could definitely see cheesy moments here and there within the movie. But it's definitely highly recommended because the bullet time effects, the slow motion, the fight sequences in the movie especially, just, this movie is very special. And I'd probably say it's very special very much. I should make a counter of how many, like a number counter of how many times I say special, if I am ever advanced enough to learn how to do that. So yes, that was my number 6, The Matrix. Number 5. I love number 5 a lot, and I've probably seen each movie around 10 times, and that's the Bourne series, or you can even just watch Bourne Identity. Yep, that's the first one. So the Bourne series changed action movies forever. I'm gonna put down the record right now, because it's what started shaky cam. And shaky cam, the whole entire purpose of shaky cam is the way that people trick the shots in a way is that they make something look more advanced than it actually is, or more complex or more in depth. While when it came to the Bourne series, the reason why they use shaky cam is because they wanted to push you in the fight sequence where you're actually watching everything as if you're standing in the room there. And to kind of obviously enhance intensity and everything, but Matt Damon was a pretty legit dude. He learned Krav Maga for the movie, so. And also, if you watch the action sequences without watching shaky cam throughout the behind the scenes, you can see that they're actually really doing a good job. But you can see from that point on, a lot of movies use shaky cam. Me and my friend, we made a action sequence together for shits and giggles, and we did that, and the way that we made it look a little bit better than it actually was, because it's pretty awful, was using shaky cam. And it really showed how easy it is to make something look a lot better than it actually is. So yeah, Bourne ruined the action action movie franchise a little bit for a couple of years, but it's definitely coming back into fruition. Yeah. Forgot if I even put the number. I think that was number. Yep. On to the next one. That was definitely number 5. So as my number 4, I had to bring it back to my nostalgia, and I had to put Enter a Dragon, because Bruce Lee's a god, and I idolized him since I was a baby. So 4 years old, so that's a baby. I've seen every single one of his movies, but this one always stood out to me. Enter a Dragon is basically about, it's a revenge story where Bruce Lee gets invited to an island for martial artists, and he's basically trying to figure out what's happening, why there are murders, and try to figure out who killed his sister, etc., etc., etc. I don't want to go into more detail because I feel like either you know it or you don't, and if you don't know it, then you should fucking watch it. I think it's simple as that. Bruce Lee, that was the movie that got Jackie Chan popular. I mean, he was an extra. Bruce Lee smacked him in the face with a nunchuck, and from that point on, Jackie Chan became more of a known star, and then he did his own movies. And that's someone else that I'm completely missing from this list. I just realized that, but you know what? He's more so action comedy, even though like a lot of his early stuff like Drunken Fist and stuff like that isn't really action comedy, but I think he deserves to be on a different list, and he should be praised because he's truly one of the greatest action movie stars ever, if not the greatest, for the amount of years that he's been doing it. Wow, from praising Bruce Lee to going to Jackie Chan. I mean, if you watch Jackie Chan Adventures, Jackie Chan can probably do all that shit too, but wow, I'm going off a tangent. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, so number 4 is Enter a Dragon. Love that movie, watch the movie, understand that it's a classic and should be looked at as a masterpiece as a whole, because it's one of the best action movies ever. Yeah, next one. Next one. Oh, shit. What the hell? I don't know. Jesus. Thank God I had a bed here. Oh my God. I'm going to use this as an awkward transition. The bed was my hero. Number 3 is the movie Hero. One of the most beautifully done and shot movies ever when it comes to the actions, when it comes to action sequences. Each one has a different color theme. They have like the gray fight scene, the red fight scene, etc., etc., etc. This movie honestly is a cinematic masterpiece, especially when it comes to looking at colors and themes. It's absolutely beautiful, and the fight sequences are so legit, and they have such fantastic actors throughout the whole movie, like Jet Li, Donnie Yen, and a bunch of others that I don't know, because those are the main 2 stars that I actually paid attention to. So yeah, Hero is definitely one of those movies that should be watched and appreciated by all moviegoers and lovers. And if you love action, this is one of those movies. So number 2. So the funny thing about this movie is that I actually had to rewatch it because I almost forgot all about it. And when I rewatched it, I realized how beautiful and how fluid this movie is. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Jesus Christ, is this movie freaking good. I cannot express how much I love this movie. And my friend and I, we actually discussed the movie and how much we loved it, and I was having a difficulty putting either Hero or Crouching Tiger as my number 2. And we both agreed that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was better. When it comes to the shots that the director chooses to kind of indicate what's happening in the storyline, how characters are visualizing, realizing things that we're realizing, I don't wanna give that away, but oh my God. This movie is kind of what made Asian action sequences more majestic and more so like graceful and beautiful, because you watch these characters fly through the air with such grace. It's more so a fantastical world. It's not something that's like realistic, but the way that they portray every single fight sequence, oh my God, such a sad and beautiful movie. I was shaking just watching it. I was so intense because I did not remember anything about the movie. I just had flashbacks per se when it came to watching the movie. So when I rewatched it, it was almost like watching a brand new movie, and the movie hurt. It hurt a lot. I can't imagine an action movie list without this movie being at the top 3 spot ever. Man. I'm already reminiscing when I just saw it 2 days ago. So let's get to my number 1. So number 1 is the complete opposite of what number 2 is. Number 2 is style, grace, elegance, beautiful shots, beautiful scenery. Everything just works so cohesively and everything. While the last movie that on my list, my number 1, is The Raid. Oh man, The Raid is truly my favorite action movie I've ever seen, and if I ever want to show someone a crazy action movie, this is the movie that I show them to blow their minds away. This is an Indonesian film about a SWAT team that goes to a drug dealer's hotel, or a drug kingpin's hotel per se, and it's basically them going up the layers of the hotel to try to get the drug dealer. This movie is raw, harsh, brutal, makes you want to fight someone. It's just that epic. Something about the movie really does demonstrate what like real fighting is and how scary and deadly it can really be. And especially for people who actually know how to fight. Oh my god, they use knives, guns, everything in this movie. When it came to Crouching Tiger, Dragon, it was very beautiful, everything. Even when people were getting killed, it was very beautifully done. While this movie, you can call it beautiful, but it's a very different type of beauty, where watching a man's leg get ripped apart by a knife, you're like, that was beautifully done, but holy shit, what did I just watch? It's something else trying to watch that movie. Obviously, watch with subtitles. I usually watch stuff on dub because I'm too lazy to read, but in this movie, the dub is not good, so if you're gonna watch it on sub. And just expect yourself to cringe a little bit because of how intense and how real the fight sequences are. What an epic movie, jeez Louise. And the second one is solid too, especially the fight sequences in the second one. Oh man. But yeah, that's my number 1. But yes, why am I on tilt? Okay. So that was my top 10 action movies. All these movies should not follow under anyone's radar, and they are all must-watches. Honestly, every single one of them is a must-watch. And the sad part is that these are some of the most popular ones. There are so many ones that fly underneath most people's radars that everyone should watch. Just number 1. And I think I'm going to end the video off with that. That was an awkward scratch. I should have just done this. But yes. So, that was my top 10 action movies. I'm definitely going to do something like that with the cover. But it's very awkward the way I just did it. But, yeah. So, see you guys next week, and peace.